That's right, baby. It's a science fiction double feature featuring your main man. Today, we're going to be talking about same character every game. And I'm not talking about the same old song. You understand what I'm talking about. You can watch that video. Your main man talks about making a similar character over and over again. And the work aspect of that. But I'm talking about literally playing the exact same character in like every game. It's very strange. Now, I've seen this several times. There is the my character deal. It's like, well, this is my character. And that's it. That person will play one character. Just one. It's very strange. Regardless, it's like, all right, we're going to play Vampire. The Masquerade, okay, well, here's my dwarf. What? No, no, dude, we're playing Vampire. In the real world, yeah, but I just played this dwarf, so, you know, we're going to go and go with that. No, we're not. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're playing Shadowrun. All right, here's that same character I was playing in Vampire, and also in D&D, and also in Palladium Fantasy, and also in Star Wars somehow. Vibro Battle Axe, bitch. So it's very strange to me, okay? And I've seen this a couple times, but one player particularly kind of stood out. And this dude's name was like Andy Merritt or something like that. He was back from the old school Gamers Guild, Scott Templeman era. And I don't know. I guess he's got to be 10 years older than me, if not, you know, a little bit more. And I was like 15 when I first met the dude. And he's an all right dude. I mean, you know, if you watch it, I'm not hating on you or anything. And considering the utter septic tank of role playing that the guy was involved in, he wasn't, like, if he was with good players, he probably could have performed adequately, you know, so I'm not trying to hate on him for that, but he played in, like, all kinds of dudes' games with the same character. He started him at level 1. It almost kind of seemed like, well, I guess he got the idea from one of those Sinbad movies. I forget the name. I think there's 3 of them. So I watched them all with my kid, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And the one that I'd seen the most, which has like the big like Cyclops dude with the one eye, it has a genie in it, right? And the genie, like, Sinbad lets him go, or somehow he gets to be a person at the end of it. So his character was basically that. That was his backstory. He was like a genie, but then he got to become a real person. But I don't think he was a kid. I think he was just like a normal dude. So that was his backstory. But whatever, and I'm sure, because again, it was septic tank gaming, so I'm sure he had extra powers and bonuses and shit because of that, or at least I'm gonna guess he did. I don't want to say sure. I'm like 99%. All right, but the dude just played that character, and this was a dude. The dude was running the game was named Gerald Black, and I've talked about this motherfucker in many an RPG horror story many times. We've talked about him, and he's the one that, you know, that's my Gerald Black right there. I love the fact I got to know that guy to what degree I did, just because it abuses the shit out of me. I do a good impersonation for my friends, but I mean, just a complete mental degenerate. But and I'd play that guy's games just for like a very brief period, maybe like 4 or 5 months early on, 15, before I'd able to find any kind of game that was of any kind of decentness. And again, that dude was maybe 7 years older than me, something like that, at the time. And it was all down to game shop, the first game shop I had ever found. And he was horrible. But this Andy dude played a character in this game, then I'd see him over here in someone else's game. He'd be playing that same character. Over here in this game, playing that same character. And a whole other game store. I mean, I saw the dude years later. Years later, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe 7 years later, and he's in a completely another Game Master's game with that same character. Because I didn't even say nothing. I just overheard you talking about his character name, like Hassan or something like that. Some like really generic sounding, like, I mean, I guess it's my Arabian name, but it was very kind of Muslim-y. And I was like, damn. And that's all I saw the dude fuck with was this character. And he would update it. Like, it wasn't like he was making that character for your game. It's like whatever that character had for first level, that's what he had, you know. And he just had that +4 sword he got over here, and he had, you know, whatever. I don't know what the fuck he had. I'm just saying he had all that shit on his character sheet. He gained whatever experience he gained from you. We go over here. He's I got this character, and that's all I ever saw the dude. Fuck it, that's all I saw the dude play in game after game after game. And I mean, I must have seen him in like probably 15 different Game Masters games over the course of it. You know, I'd be over here maybe playing with the people I was gaming with, and he was over there playing like in the septic tank game, and he'd be playing that same joint. It could be a Chuck Campbell joint. It could be a Gerald Black joint. It could be, you know, like a Brian Harper joint. God, help us all. But it was always the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again in different games. Like, to me, that would be very strange because it's like, all right, this character, right, he has all this plot, backstory, history, this connection to this world, to these cities, to these areas, to these NPCs, right? And all of a sudden, you just rip him out of all that. So that pass is gone, you know. If you brought a character into my game, right, not that I would be down with this, if you brought a character into my game, and it was from somebody else's game, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the shit they did, you know, particularly if I wasn't in that game, right? I don't know the NPCs. I don't know the settings, and I don't care, right? Particularly if I'm like septic tank level. I just don't, that wouldn't even cross their mind, right? It's just, you got that character, all right, whatever. So, you'd see it again and again and again and again and again. And I wonder from you out there if you've seen that. I wonder if you are the person who, maybe, what do we call it, the RPG Sojourn, or Sojourner. If you're that RPG Sojourner, like what's the deal there? Like, doesn't that disrupt and really confuse? Like, okay, you got your character right, but what is the character really other than the backstory, other than the plots, other than the that which surrounds him in the game? Because that changes. You understand? If I have a character I love over here in Jim's game, I can't just go over here to Raphael's game and play him, because it's not the same character anymore. Because we had all that pushed off. Now, there's like a difference. The only time I've ever let anyone transfer character is really, other than when I was like really, really neophytic, like 14 or something, in the gaming world, was like when I was running Ravenloft, because Ravenloft will come everywhere. Ravenloft will scoop that ass from anywhere. Ravenloft doesn't give a fuck. Come here. So, I thought that, you know, that could make enough sense. But I think even then, I think only ever let one person do that the whole time, and I was just like, whatever, you know, because even then I was like, I'm not kind of suspect on that whole idea. Just make a new character, man. But if you're into that, justify yourselves in the comments below. If you've seen it, explain the story. Did it terrify and transmogrify your brain sack, or did you actually think it was pretty cool? I mean, you let me know what you want to do. And make sure you go to drivethroughrpg.com, get your copies of With It, the Ring of Fire, a game by your main man, or hit me up, Anderwood, on Facebook. And for $75, you can get all 5 PDFs that are out, as well as an extra bonus. And you can just get yourself every With It, the Ring of Fire PDF that's ever going to come out at no extra cost. $75, best bargain value in RPGs. Support the RPG revolution and game like a god.